All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is September 14th, 2023. My name is John Carrigan, and I moderate the BYOB trading room. All right, so let's take a look at the markets today. All right, so we gapped up. This is our 10-minute chart, and we went up all day. Turned out to be a trend day. Not sure if I have that here somewhere. I know, there it is. Trend day right there, okay? We've seen between 11 and noon. See that? The price action, the 3 EMA and the 8 EMA all over VWAP all the way up until noon. Wound up, got a green trend indicator all day long. Very nice, very nice. Gave us the confidence to buy calls coming out of the noon hour. And you can see we rose all the way up to about 451. So there's the trend indicator, the trend day. So now let's take a look. I do have, here it is, 449.10. That's my pivot for tomorrow. You can see that price gap to that point this morning. And then we came back down and tested it for support. So I expect them to probably come back and test this area, and they may want to test the tops of these candles right here for minor support right about 448.50. We'll see what happens. So there's the 10-minute. Let's go look at it on the daily chart. Okay, so here we are with a daily chart of SPY. There's a better one. What do I even have on here? All right, so here we are. Higher high, higher low, nice gap up. Way to go for the SPY. And our MMRP pattern is playing out very nicely. Made some good money on that one today. All right, so here we are. Here's the pullback. And then you've got one green big igniting bar. It's a 3-day candle, okay? Not a single day candle. 3-day candle pops up, wipes out 1, 2, 3. 3 3-day candles taken out by one 3-day candle right there. So there's our igniting candle. Then we got a pause. So we had 3 days. That's one 3-day candle. We had 3 days of pausing. Came back and then we checked support. If we look in here, that tail drops down right down to our lower anchored VWAP right here. That tail found support on the lower anchored VWAP. And now you get first price advancement candle. And you notice the second price advancement candle makes a higher low and a higher high. We are looking for one more 3-day candle making the higher low and the higher high. So it is entirely possible that tomorrow they continue this action to the upside. We had 3 days up here, then we had a little pullback, and now we got 3 days, 3 green days here. We're looking for the third green day to happen tomorrow, and that should start price advancement candle number 3. We'll see what happens. See how the markets want to play it out. Right now, we are very bullish, kind of hanging on to this 450.30 area. That is a good sign, consolidating over to the right up here instead of hauling back all the way to the 3 EMA. So nice work on the SPY. Let's go look at QQQ. One more time. All right, so here's QQQ. Let's look at it on a naked chart. All right, QQQ putting in the higher low and the higher high. Notice you get the 3, the 8, and the price action all up over the trend indicator. It's bullish at this time. We've got a higher low here, producing a higher high. Produced a higher low here. Now the bulls got some work to do. They need to produce the higher high. Let's go back and look at SPY. So in order for the bulls to complete the task for the higher low, they need to not only get up to the top here, but they need to surpass it. So how far could they go? Well, they could come all the way up here to the 456, 458 number. So we could see that happen. So we might get more than just one more price advancement candle in SPY. Notice SPY also doing the same thing. All three price actions there over the trend indicator. So nice work on SPY. Back to QQQ. All right, so up over the midpoint. Let's find a naked chart. Here we are. So bulls doing their job right now, putting in higher lows and making higher highs. So QQQ about to tackle these highs. Needs to hit this one, and then needs to hit this one, and then that one right there. There's QQQ. Let's look at FNGU. So here's FNGU. This is the neckline right here for the head and shoulders. I'm going to change the color. Let's just make it that color right there. Okay, so there's the neckline. There's the head, left shoulder, right shoulder, breakdown. Here's the back down here. All right, so now FNGU starting a new daily uptrend with a higher low, producing the higher high, producing the higher low again, and now the bulls have to produce a higher high. So they need to get up over this high right here. And then once they breach this high, they need to start attacking this neckline right here. Like to see them work on the underside of it. I actually like to see them breach over it. Don't know if that's going to happen. But if they came up to it and started working on the underside supply overhead, that would be really nice. That's FNGU. Now that's the one that moves all the markets. Excuse me. Moves QQQ and SPY because it's got all the heavyweights in there. So now let's go take a look at IWM. All right, here's IWM. All right, so we're bouncing. Let's take this out. That's done. Don't need any of that. All right, IWM making a equal low right here. Yesterday trading down to the support line. And you can see this morning we got the bounce in the other direction. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about bouncing off of the support line. So you can see we got some consolidation going on. We got a wedge and we got support. So as this consolidates, well, the bulls need to break this downtrend, underneath the wedge. All right, the bears need to break the support line right here. So bulls got to break the wedge or the downtrend line, and the bears, they got to break support right here. Now we had a bounce today. Now you can notice all three price action, the 3 and the 8, still underneath our trend indicator. So bulls still got quite a bit of work to do. But on the 10-minute chart, you had a little gap up. Here's the cross right here. So here's a cross, gap up, and then you've got bullish price action all day. That's good. See this consolidation right there, moving over to the right on top of this consolidation. That shows this is holding as support. So this is looking good for tomorrow. Notice we're up on top of this resistance overhead, and now it becomes support. So now I think it'd be very easy for IWM to get some follow through at least one more day. Consolidating here, looking for a breakout for tomorrow. So IWM looks bullish for tomorrow. That's a 10-minute chart. Go back to the daily. All right, just in the short term, it won't look really bullish until we start leaning on this downtrend line. Still got a lot of work to do, but that was very nice, making that base right across the top of that support line. So that's IWM. Let's go look at Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow. Oh, Diamond Dow piercing the downtrend line. Very nice on the Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow putting in a higher low here. And still trying to put the higher high in. A lot of work to do. Diamond Dow needs some follow through as well tomorrow. I think we could get some follow through. If we don't get the follow through tomorrow, Diamond Dow and IWM not going to look good going into next week. So I think we're setting up really for some follow through for tomorrow morning, at least, and then maybe a pullback. We'll see what happens, but this is setting up for the follow through. SPY is doing the same thing. Notice SPY came up short of hitting that downtrend line right here. So if we look at this on the 10-minute chart, not the same downtrend line. I have it right there. Yeah, that's the one. So if you connect this point and this high over here, and you can see we came up short of hitting it, but we did consolidate right underneath it. So this tells me that that's not the target because they didn't go up and hit it, and they didn't go over it and close above it. So that's kind of an indication to me that the target's on the other side. So look for tomorrow for some price action up over this. Geez, if I saw that earlier, I think I would have bought some 452 calls or 451s. But I did get some other ones, so I'm good with that. I did get some 52s, but they're 8 days out. So there's the SPY, and we just went with IWM and Diamond Dow. Let's go take a look at, I don't think I get that one. Nope. Let's go take a look at silver. All right, here's silver on, let's look at it on the daily chart. All right, silver caught in the channel. There's your channel. Just ping-ponging back and forth. Just consolidating in a daily downtrend. It'll probably bounce off of here and go back up to the highs. We'll see what happens. But here's silver just consolidating to the right. Nothing new on silver, just another daily downtrend that, just came out of this trend right there. You can see here's the wedge. The bears need to break this uptrend, and the bulls need to break this downtrend. So that's what's going on in silver. Just a lot of consolidation right there. Gold doing pretty much the same thing. Here's gold. There's a downtrend. You can see there's a support line here at 175. Get that out of here. And I'm not ready for that yet. So here's gold moving up. Nice bull flag, now consolidating. Bears need to break the support. Bulls need to break the downtrend line. So there's gold in a daily downtrend. Lower lows, not quite, lower highs, not quite lower lows though. Right here, just consolidation right there on gold. USO puts in another master blaster day, putting in another higher low and a higher high. So crude oil is on a roll, a huge rally. I'd like to see it settle down. I hope it doesn't get kind of topping out. I would like it to put in a nice base. This right here is only a 4-day base. I'd like something a little bit stronger than that. Here we've got a 3-week base. I'd like to see another 3-week base form over here. USO daily bullish, higher low, you got the higher high. So that's just doing really well, USO. Where would they get some resistance? All right, right here. See right here, right across the 3 peaks. Right up there. So you're going to have overhead resistance at 82.18. Maybe they can lean on that. So I would look for around 82.18, that area right there, $82. I'm just going to move something up there. Right there. Because that looks like where resistance, major resistance is going to be right there. See those peaks up there? Here's the consolidation. Those are the peaks. So that would be the major resistance right there. Right on top of that. So there's USO. UNG, totally different story. Still stuck in the big bear flag. Here's your hockey stick down and your paddle to your hockey stick right there. Had 6 green days up. Now we're getting a rest over the midpoint here of the pullback. That's a good sign. Need some follow through. Bulls need to break out of the top of the range, and bears need to break out the bottom of the range. So right now we're just kind of stuck in the middle in a big bear flag moving over to the right. wherever this thing moves, it's going to be big. Just saying, it's when it spends this much time consolidating, the moves generated from a consolidation, this is like winding up a spring for 8 months straight. This is going to be huge when it breaks out. So watch UNG for a huge breakout. It'll probably pop up to 18 very easily. I can see that happening. So that's UNG. Now let's take a look at SMH. SMH just in a bull flag, consolidating in a wedge pattern. Bears need to break this uptrend. Bulls need to break the downtrend. Just consolidating right here. We'll see what future price action brings us. You can see we stabbed it here, had a candle. Haven't really gotten below the stab right here. See the spike? Haven't really gotten below 148.56. Below that, I'd be bearish down to the bottom of the flag, right down to 143, right there. That's SMH, just consolidating at this time in a bull flag. It's a sloppy bull flag, but it's still a bull flag. IYT, here's the transports. I think they do this to me all the time. Let's see where they closed. So transports closed right there. So let me back out and then go to the daily. All right, so you can see. All right, so transports had a higher low and a higher high. Even though you see this red candle, you can see it's a higher low and a higher high on the 4-hour chart. All right, so transports had a pretty good day, just going up and just fading back. So it looks like they got a red candle today, just kind of going up and closing back here. So nice move on the transports. Hopefully they can find enough energy to get over the top of this base and find it and use it as support. In a downward wedge right here, it's a downtrend going on in transports. Notice the lower high and the lower low. Now we're getting consolidation. Could go for an even another lower low. We'll see what happens. Transport's not looking good at all. XLF was looking very good last week. Oh, it's still looking good. So here's XLF. Here's the wick right here, the spike. Notice the price action took out the spike with a higher low and a higher high, closing up over the spike. Really good sign for XLF. We're going to need that if we're going to have a bullish rally. So XLF doing all the right stuff, up over the midpoint. Very nice, up into major resistance up here. See the hill and the spikes up here. So XLF into major resistance. Once it passes through this major resistance, that now becomes minor support. So look for that to materialize in the near future. And if we look at it with the quad lines, you can see it's kind of breaking into the upper 30%. XLF looking good, looking very bullish. XLF. Let's take a look at... So I looked at IYT, I looked at XLF, we did SMH. Let's go look at our trend indicators. Our indicators. All right, indicators. So look at this indicator here. Comes right out of the sell zone into the buy zone. Just jumps the chart right over the both of them and all the way up here in the buy zone and consolidating up there. That's a very bullish sign going into tomorrow. T2123, green all day on the 15-minute chart. Very nice work on T2123. 3-bar chart. Notice the price action's closing in on the red trend indicator balls. This could change the colors soon. If we get some follow through tomorrow, we could get a change in color in the T2123. Maybe even a possible trend change. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're in a downtrend. FNGU, this is my FNGU indicator. So notice FNGU kind of holding up over this flat 200. It was a rising 200 at one time. Now it is a flat 200. So FNGU kind of holding price action up over it. And you can see right here, we started off with a little bit of selling today. then came in, just kind of waffled back and forth. That brown line's VWAP, so you can see right there, price action just kind of hovering over VWAP, indicating that there's more bulls than there are bears. So there's our FNGU indicator. Even though we did get some green, some red trend indicators there, notice price action did remain, for the most part, over the VWAP. So that's bullish going into tomorrow. That's FNGU. And that's it for the markets today. We can take a look at the dollar if I can find my chart of the dollar, which I don't have. We'll look at it tomorrow morning. All right, everybody in YouTube land, thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button if you like my video. And we do have a special offer. If you'd like to join us in the trading room, you can use promo code T, BYOB50, and that'll get you 50% off of a $49 trial, making your total cost for 30 days of a market trading room live only $24.50. I think that's less than $1 a day. Please consider that. Other than that, wish you guys out in YouTube land a nice evening. I will be back on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I hope to see you all there. Everybody in the trading room, I will now take questions.